Yo, it's your boy Casual Rail with the Silent A podcast. And man, we're back with another one, and a quick one at that. Hey, as we all saw last week, Gervonta the Tank Davis did his job against Hector Luis Garcia, not just in the ring, but in the business of boxing as well. He sold out the show, good pay-per-view numbers for what we're hearing. He brought the excitement to the DC area. It showed out. There was a lot of stars in the building, and a lot of drama that went on the sidelines as well. But with that said, man, he had a great pay-per-view card. And then again, like we said, he did his job in the ring, stopping Hector Luis Garcia at the end of round 8, technically around the beginning of round 9, as they called it for the TKO stoppage, meaning Hector Luis Garcia did not want to come out of the ring, saying that he could not see. With that said, hey, we had picked that when we did our predictions and everything for that. We believed that was going to happen. A little surprised that Hector Luis Garcia kind of quit in the corner. But we definitely understand, man, when your sight gets taken away from you in a fight, you're playing a very dangerous game. And we do not blame him for that, as your boy, Gervonta the Tank Davis is a hard puncher. One of the hardest punchers in boxing, especially in the lighter weight divisions, and you do not want to play around with that kind of punching power. As you can see, he turned that boy's lights off and his eyes were still open. But with that said, man, what we're here for today was what's happening outside of that, with Ryan Garcia tweeting, he's ready, let's get it on. Gervonta Tank Davis is done. The fight's ready, let's get it going. As well as Tank Davis mentioning in his post-conference that, hey, it's on, Ryan's next, God willing, that's the next fight. But we're here for today is kind of question that. It was a little interesting. A fight of this magnitude with two big fighters getting ready to get it on in their prime. Usually the promotional companies and the fighters would have that person there. Like, Ryan should have been in the building. Ryan should have been there, not just tweeting. And of course, the rumors are that he is already in training camp, and Tank saying he's going to take maybe a week or two off and get right into training camp himself. But with that said, man, I think somebody could have took a break, shown up to that fight, hopped in that ring, and really built this up even bigger than what it already is, if the fight truly is going to happen. With that said, our question to the audience is, who's going to mess up this fight first? Is it really going to happen? It just had weird energy. Like a fight of this magnitude, usually the fighters are there in the ring after to announce it, getting on, unless one of them is, of course, sick or injured. And again, we understand that Ryan is supposedly in training camp. But with that said, man, you can't pass up this kind of opportunity if the fight really is going to happen. And it's just been shaky. It's been interesting, and it's not getting a warm and fuzzy. And my thing is, who's going to mess it up first? Who's going to mess this up so the fight actually doesn't happen? Who, promotional company-wise, going to tell their fighter, hey, you need to mess this up because we're not going to let this fight go down, or it's not going to go down. We just announced this to keep the pressure going and keep the publicity going and push our pay-per-view fight for here, and hey, we'll fight you later down the road. Who is going to mess this fight up first? Our early thinking is Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia is going to find a way out of this fight, whether it's through a supposed injury in training camp or a contractual dispute. He's just giving us weird energy, Twitter fingers, as we want to call it. Energy is just twittering about what he can do, what he will do, instead of showing up to the fight. If he really wanted it, he should have been in there. A real true fighter would have been up in there. A true dog would have been in there, in that building, in that arena, letting Tank know that, hey, I'm coming for you next. I want that fight next. It's on. And the same thing for Tank Davis. Hey, he should have called him out even a little harder, instead of being a little too polite. He had a lot of energy before the fight happened, meaning the Hector Luis Garcia fight. A lot of energy, a lot of talk that he's trying to knock down all these boys and take them out. As he said in his words, he's coming for them. He is coming for motherfuckers in his division. And it's pardon our language there, but that's what he's saying. He's coming for everybody and not holding back. With that said, when it was coming to Ryan, there was a little less energy. It was kind of unsure if the fight was actually happening. If you get what I'm saying. Now, it could be us. Maybe we're looking too much into this, but if we had to guess, there's going to be a mess up for this fight, whether it's Ryan Garcia found some way out of it, or says now he really does want to tune up and he wants to push the fight back later this year past April, or hey, Tank Davis finds himself into some more trouble and has to miss the fight because now he can't keep himself out of trouble. Just our thoughts, man. It's looking unsure. I really want this fight to happen. We really want this fight to go down. Right now, it's looking like it will, but there's a lot of unsure energy for a fight of this magnitude. Again, that's just us, what we're thinking. Hey, who is going to mess this fight up first? We hope no one does, but if they do, our thoughts are with Ryan Garcia finding a way to Twitter himself out of this one, as he always has in the past, or Gervonta Tank Davis just can't keep himself out of trouble and legal issues magically right before the fight's supposed to happen. Hey, but with that said, let's be optimistic. Let's make sure this fight goes down in April. This is the big fight. We haven't had a fight of this magnitude in a long time, since the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight, and we keep always getting these fights taken away from us. We always wanted that Deontay Wilder and AJ fight, never got it. Errol Spence, Thurman, but Errol Spence and Terrence Bud Crawford. Hopefully that happens later this year. As we already know, Errol's going to take on Keith Thurman first, early in April. But these big fights keep eluding us. Will this one? Will somebody mess this up? Will PBC or Golden Boy mess this up in the contracts when it gets down to the final signatures? I don't know. It's just looking shaky. I don't like the unsure energy, especially for a fight of this magnitude. But with that said, man, it's your boy Casual World. That's just our thoughts on this. Let us know what you think below. Comment below. Hit that like button. Let us know what you think. Again, who messes this fight up for us? Or are we just being too pessimistic as boxing fans that we always get these fights taken away from us? Again, it's your boy Casual Real with the Silent A podcast. Man, until next time, peace.